10 things Sigmas do that make others question their own lives. Hey there, friends. Have you ever met someone who lives life so differently, so uniquely, that it makes you stop and think about your own choices? That's the magic of a Sigma personality. These individuals are like rare gems. They don't try to stand out, but they naturally do. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Sigmas. We'll explore 10 incredible things they do that leave others questioning their own lives. So, grab a comfy seat, and let's get started. Number 1. Walking to their own beat. Sigmas are not the kind of people who follow trends or chase what's popular just because everyone else is doing it. They live life on their own terms and make choices based on what feels right to them, not what society expects. You won't see them jumping on every bandwagon or changing their ways to fit in. Instead, they walk their own unique path, guided by their internal compass. This doesn't mean they're rebellious or trying to prove a point. They simply value authenticity above all else. For a Sigma, life is about being true to who they are, even if that means standing alone. Their actions often feel so purposeful and genuine that it makes others stop and wonder if they're being true to themselves. When people see a Sigma confidently living life their way, it can be eye-opening. It raises the question, am I living my life for me, or for what others think I should be? That quiet confidence in their choices often inspires others to take a closer look at their own paths. Number 2. Turning silence into power. Sigmas aren't the loudest voice in the room, but their silence speaks volumes. They don't feel the need to fill every moment with chatter or constantly make their presence known. Instead, they choose to observe and listen, soaking in everything around them. This ability to stay quiet while staying fully aware makes them incredibly perceptive. Their silence is not a sign of shyness or weakness, it's a deliberate choice. Sigmas use their quiet moments to process information, understand people, and think deeply. This gives them a unique edge in social situations because they notice things others overlook. They're the ones who catch subtle details and read between the lines. When others see how much a Sigma accomplishes by simply observing, it often sparks self-reflection. People start to realize that maybe they don't always need to talk or act to make an impact. Sometimes, the quietest person in the room is the most powerful. Number 3. Choosing quality over quantity in relationships. In a world where social media makes it seem like having more friends is better, Sigmas take a different approach. They aren't interested in collecting acquaintances or building large social circles. Instead, they focus on creating deep and meaningful relationships with just a few people. For Sigmas, it's not about how many people they know, it's about how well they know the people who matter to them. They invest their time and energy into nurturing real connections, the kind where trust and understanding run deep. This quality over quantity mindset makes their relationships incredibly fulfilling. When others see how content Sigmas are with a small circle of close friends, it can make them question their own approach to relationships. Are they focusing too much on quantity instead of quality? It's a reminder that having a few genuine connections is far more rewarding than being surrounded by a crowd of strangers. Number 4. Being comfortable in solitude. Many people feel uneasy when they're alone, but not Sigmas. For them, solitude is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Being alone gives them a chance to recharge, reflect, and reconnect with themselves. They see solitude as an opportunity to grow and think deeply about life. Sigmas don't rely on others to entertain or validate them. They are perfectly happy with their own company and don't need constant social interaction to feel fulfilled. This independence is one of their greatest strengths. It shows that they are self-sufficient and secure in who they are. Watching a Sigma thrive in solitude can be a wake-up call for others. It makes people wonder why they fear being alone and whether they've been too dependent on external distractions. Sigmas show that true strength comes from within. Number 5. Questioning authority, not rebelling against it. Sigmas don't blindly follow rules just because they're told to. They have a natural curiosity and want to understand the reasoning behind authority. If a rule makes sense to them, they'll follow it. If it doesn't, they won't hesitate to question it. This doesn't mean they're troublemakers or rebels. They don't challenge authority for the sake of causing problems. Instead, They think critically and decide for themselves whether something aligns with their values. This thoughtful approach sets them apart from those who simply obey without thinking. When others see a Sigma standing firm on their principles, it can make them pause. It raises the question, have I been following rules without questioning if they're right for me? Sigmas inspire people to think for themselves and not be afraid to challenge the status quo. Number 6. Pursuing passions over profits. For Sigmas, life isn't just about making money or climbing the corporate ladder. They prioritize doing what they love and finding meaning in their work. Their decisions aren't driven by the size of a paycheck but by the level of fulfillment they get from their pursuits. This doesn't mean they don't care about financial stability. They simply refuse to sacrifice their happiness and passions for money. They believe that true success comes from living a life that feels authentic and rewarding. When people see Sigmas following their passions, it often makes them question their own priorities. Are they chasing money at the expense of their happiness? Sigmas remind us that a life well lived is one driven by passion, not just profit. Number 7. Adapting like chameleons. One of the most impressive traits of Sigmas is their ability to adapt to any situation without losing their sense of self. They can seamlessly blend into different environments, whether it's a formal meeting, a casual gathering, or even unfamiliar territory. Their flexibility makes them stand out, but not in an attention-seeking way. Sigmas are like social chameleons. They observe their surroundings, assess the mood, and adjust their behavior accordingly. But here's the key, they never compromise their core identity. They know how to fit in while still staying true to who they are. This balance is rare and admirable. When people see how easily Sigmas navigate diverse situations, it often sparks self-reflection. It makes others wonder, am I being authentic in every setting, or do I lose myself trying to fit in? Sigmas show that adaptability and authenticity can go hand in hand. Number 8. Shunning drama. Sigmas have absolutely no interest in drama, gossip, or any kind of unnecessary conflicts. They understand that life is too short to get caught up in petty squabbles or trivial disagreements. Instead of engaging in emotional battles or situations that drain their energy, Sigmas prioritize peace, calm, and simplicity in their day-to-day lives. They know that arguing over minor issues, or indulging in negative emotions, doesn't serve them or their goals, so they consciously choose to avoid such distractions. When faced with chaotic or heated situations, Sigmas tend to step back and observe from a distance rather than rushing in to add fuel to the fire. They have a remarkable ability to remain calm and composed, even when the environment around them is filled with tension or conflict. Their response to drama is almost always one of detachment. They'd rather let others deal with their issues while they focus on what's truly important to them. This doesn't mean they are passive or afraid of confrontation. When it comes to addressing matters that align with their principles or values, they are more than capable of speaking up. However, they don't engage in drama for the sake of it. They understand that some arguments are not worth their time and that many conflicts can be resolved without unnecessary escalation. Witnessing a Sigma's ability to avoid needless conflict can be a powerful lesson for others. It encourages people to reflect on how often they get involved in situations that aren't meaningful or productive. Many individuals unknowingly spend a lot of time and emotional energy on problems that don't truly impact their lives in the long term. Watching a Sigma's composed and measured approach to life helps others realize how much of their time is wasted on things that don't bring them any closer to their goals or inner peace. By seeing how Sigmas navigate the world without succumbing to drama, others are reminded that protecting their peace of mind is one of the most valuable things they can do for themselves. Sigmas teach us that life is far more fulfilling when we focus on what truly matters and let go of the trivial distractions that don't serve us. Number 9. Embracing minimalism. Sigmas live by a powerful philosophy, less is more. They believe in keeping their lives simple and free from unnecessary clutter. This doesn't just apply to their physical possessions, but to their commitments, their schedule, and even their mental space. While many people are constantly seeking more things, more experiences, more attention, Sigmas have mastered the art of living with less. They intentionally choose to avoid distractions that don't serve their deeper goals and values. Rather than accumulating possessions or chasing after fleeting desires, They focus their energy on the things that bring them the most joy, fulfillment, and purpose. For a Sigma, living simply is about clarity and focus. Without the weight of too many things or responsibilities, they are able to think more clearly, make decisions with greater ease, and maintain a sense of inner peace. Their minimalist approach allows them to live with intention, prioritizing what truly matters to them and leaving behind the rest. They understand that having fewer possessions or commitments doesn't mean they're lacking, it means they're freeing themselves up to focus on the things that really make life meaningful. It's important to note that Sigmas don't reject comfort or enjoyment. They still value the things that bring happiness, but they've learned to define those things based on quality, not quantity. When it comes to their relationships, they don't need a large group of friends or constant socializing to feel fulfilled. They prefer to cultivate deep, meaningful relationships with a few people rather than being surrounded by a crowd. The same goes for their possessions. They'd rather have a few high-quality items that they truly love and use than a house full of things that only serve to clutter their space. Whether it's in their personal belongings, their friendships, or their daily activities, Sigmas prioritize quality over quantity. This allows them to lead a life that is not only more enjoyable but also more in line with their core values. When others observe a Sigma thriving with such simplicity, it often sparks a profound moment of self-reflection. They begin to question if they, too, might be overwhelmed by the clutter in their lives, whether it's material possessions, commitments, or even thoughts. Am I holding on to things that don't add value? They might wonder. In a world that constantly encourages more, Sigmas show us that happiness doesn't come from accumulating more possessions or experiences, it comes from needing less. By cutting out the excess, Sigmas create space for what truly matters, and in doing so, they live a richer, more meaningful life. Their minimalist approach serves as a reminder that sometimes, to find true happiness, we have to let go of the things that don't serve us. Number 10. Living with purpose. Sigmas don't simply move through life without any clear direction. They live with deep intention, carefully considering every choice they make. Every action they take, whether in their personal lives, their careers, or their passions, is driven by a strong sense of purpose. They don't take steps haphazardly or follow the crowd just to get by. Instead, Sigmas have a clear vision of where they want to go and are incredibly focused on getting there. This sense of purpose becomes the foundation of how they live their lives, guiding them through challenges and opportunities alike. When it comes to their careers, Sigmas are not the type of people to drift from job to job, hoping something will stick. Instead, they choose their career paths with careful thought, ensuring that every step they take aligns with their larger goals. Whether they're in a corporate setting, working for themselves, or pursuing a creative venture, they are driven by a deep sense of purpose. Their work isn't just about earning a paycheck, it's about doing something that resonates with their values and brings meaning to their life. In relationships, Sigmas also apply the same level of intention. They don't just seek out people to fill space in their lives. They build relationships that are aligned with their values and support their overall growth. They are selective about who they allow into their inner circle, making sure that their time and energy are spent on connections that add real value to their lives. They understand that quality is more important than quantity and choose to nurture relationships that are genuine, meaningful, and purpose-driven. This strong sense of direction is one of the most remarkable qualities of Sigmas. While others might feel uncertain or confused about their goals, Sigmas move forward with a quiet confidence because they have taken the time to figure out what truly matters to them. They understand that life isn't just about existing or passing time, it's about creating something meaningful and leaving a positive impact. This clarity of purpose gives them the strength to make tough decisions, stay focused during challenging times, and ultimately achieve what they set out to do. When others witness the intentionality with which Sigmas live, it can serve as a wake-up call. It challenges people to reflect on their own lives and ask themselves if they are living with the same sense of direction. Many might realize that they have been going through the motions, following the crowd, or waiting for things to happen, rather than actively shaping their lives with purpose. Sigmas remind us that life is far too precious to simply go along with the flow. It's a call to take control, define what truly matters, and work steadily toward those meaningful goals. By observing the deliberate choices of Sigmas, others are inspired to find their own purpose and live with more intention. And there you have it, 10 extraordinary things Sigmas do that leave others questioning their own lives. These individuals don't try to impress or compete, yet their actions naturally inspire deep reflection. From walking their own path to living with purpose, Sigmas show us the power of authenticity, simplicity, and independence. So, what can we learn from them? Maybe it's time to embrace our own individuality, cherish meaningful connections, and live with intention. The Sigma way isn't about being better than anyone else, it's about being the truest version of yourself. Thanks for tuning in, and if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments which Sigma trait resonated with you the most. Until next time, stay true to yourself and keep questioning what really matters in life.
And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.